Pradyumna Prabhu, he is joining.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, he's not replying, but he said that Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'm in class, so I'm just writing that. Have you given time for us?
Okay. Maybe we'll read for some more and then we will. If you publish some, that will be, so now you have an opportunity, you are there and Krishna will help. Gradually we will help. Krishna is so kind, he will help. Krishna is so kind, he is always ready to help. See, that means now you are there and Krishna will help. So if we start, Krishna will help. Achyutananda is learning Hindi, and when he is well versed in the language, probably he will be able to translate all the Puranas available in Hindi into English. Brahma Samhita is the gist of the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavad Gita as well as in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna is accepted as Supreme Lord, and everything about him is nicely described there. Similarly, in the Brahma Samhita, everything about Krishna is perfectly described. In the letter, October 67. If you can finish Bhagavad Gita as it is in Spanish and show me at the Mayapur festival, that will be very sublime. Please print as many books as possible. This is my real pleasure. By printing these books of our Krishna conscious philosophy in so many different languages, we can actually inject our movement into the masses of persons all over the world, especially there in the Western countries, and we can literally turn whole nations into Krishna conscious nations. Wow.
Prabhu, Nimai Prabhu, Balram Prabhu will be there in 5 minutes.
If you're serious to be an important assistant in our society, you should fully engage yourself in translation work and do not mix yourself with my so-called God brothers. As there are in Vrindavan some residents like monkeys and hogs, similarly there are many rascals in the name of Vaishnavas. Be careful of them and do not dare to question impudently before your spiritual master. Further talks we may discuss when we meet. This is, I don't know why they remove the person's name in these letters. Manipedia. So important to know whom is being spoken for to. Actually, these four books, Krishna, TLC, NOD, and Bhagavad Gita, if these four books are translated and distributed widely in German language, alone they are sufficient to give everyone the whole contents of Krishna consciousness subject matter. 72, Sydney. Today, the London party led by Mukunda and
This
Shah.
point is very good. Sorry, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Sorry
yes.
for interruption, Prabhu, but this is very good point, Prabhu. So initially, like we can start with these four books for every language. The initial target we can, with this,
Very good point.
later we can. This is very good point actually.
Okay, that's very good. So this is 1972. Let's see future what he says, because later on Nectar of Instruction and Ishopanishad also came. So let's see what he is saying. But this is very good point. These four, maybe add Ishopanishad and Nectar of Instruction, because he started saying these four books: NOD, Bhagavad Gita, Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction. Later. But
They are actually doable also. They are not very big
yeah,
books. They are big enough, like NOD and Bhagavad Gita are big, but they are mostly, Gita is mostly available in every language mostly.
correct.
And NOD we can do. That's not a big deal. So I think these are the good to go, I think, for every language.
In the Muslim countries, he said Ishopanishad. And I feel like the Chinese and all the other countries also, Ishopanishad would be good. Anyway, very good point, Prabhu. Thank you. Today, the London party led by Mukunda and Shyam Sundar will reach to New York. And if Shyam Sundar requires the copy of Bhagavad Gita, for translating it into German. So if he wants it, you may hand over the copy, original copies. This is to Hayagriva. Oh no, this is to Montreal. Oh, the devotee in Montreal, what was his name? French devotee. Hand over the copy, original copies from my closet, and he will translate into German. Hope this will find you in good health also. Offer my blessings to Brahmananda and others. If our books are translated into Japanese language, it will be a great help to us and to you also, because it will be another opportunity for printing books. So why not give us a good translator who can regularly translate all our books into Japanese? And there you go. Whom was he writing to? Let's see, 13 June 1975. This is only one devotee, one letter. So this is to Dai Nippon. He's giving instruction, letter to Dai Nippon, Mr. Ogata, Tokyo. My dear Mr. Ogata, please accept my greetings. By experience, we gather that Japanese ladies and gentlemen are very much interested with our Krishna consciousness movement, especially with our literature, and more specifically with Srimad Bhagavatam. And look at this, it's not even translated fully. Here in Hawaii, many Japanese gentlemen, they purchase Srimad Bhagavatam simply by hearing the name, but they have got the language difficulty. They don't know English. So if our books are translated into Japanese language, it will be a great help to us and to you also, because it will be another opportunity for printing books. So why not give us a good translator who can regularly translate all our books into Japanese? This will be another enterprise for printing in your press. So if you can arrange for this with a Japanese scholar, or if you can take this responsibility, then it will give me great pleasure. I hope this find meets you in good health. Yours very sincerely, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So, non-devotee translators are okay. Oh, this is good point.
Hindi kitab I recently completed, so I will share the file of that.
Okay.
Going to be printed soon. First, I am like maybe 20 copies only, just for the proofreading again in hard form, and then once it's okay, then maybe.
Okay, let's see. Is Who there now? Balaram Prabhu? Oh,
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'm here.
so we're just waiting for you. And Krishna Kishore Prabhu, you want to start? I have enabled it so that you could share whatever you like to. Hare Krishna Balaram Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees, Dandat Pranams, so glories to Srila Prabhupada. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Very nicely.
Okay, nice. So then I can share some of my view for the project, Prabhu, because actually I was thinking about this project a long time ago, like 2 years. So I will share my screen. So this is actually our Spanish website. So I'm not focusing. Actually, if you see the features, I just wrote down here. I'm not stressing too much on AI, but it's not that I don't have like a clear idea or um, how far we can go with AI. but I'm actually thinking of the project so everyone can get benefited, not only devotees. Like these Prabhupada books, it's very nice. Like you have this sidebar where you can just go through all Prabhupada's books like this. But I also like this database.io because it's like very intuitive. I mean, like you have all the covers here, you can just go through them, and then the way also it is displayed, like very simple. I like also this simplicity. I don't like too much like AI force, like I mean like some forced inclusion that now AI is everywhere. Sometimes some softwares that I'm using they use AI and I'm not using those features because I too much AI for me is not like I don't like. So this is like a personal liking. So this is our Spanish website. So here we have three options, which are just give me, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, may I
So
interject 1 minute?
yes,
Uh,
bro.
could you, if it is too long a topic, then you don't need to. You could continue with this. But I just wanted to understand when you said about too much AI you don't like. So could you briefly explain what you mean by that?
Yes, bro. Like, let's say, like you have, like, I'm using some software for graphic design, like Canva, Affinity, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, like these kind of softwares. So they have like AI features. But and I have seen also that many people is sick of AI. Actually, there was this Affinity software. It was divided in three softwares, like for Photoshop, for InDesign, and Illustrator. So actually, they were updating the software, and everyone was asking, like 90% of the people were asking, please do not include AI. We are sick of AI. So also some websites that sometimes I'm using, they have like AI features, and I mean like too much AI is like you get just fed up of too much AI. Sometimes you just want some simple website, some simple software that allows you to get what you're looking for, not like too much thing. Otherwise, it's like some burden to your mind. And personally, I'm using technology like every day, like for so many years, like graphic design, maybe for coding. I don't know these kind of things, and still, I'm not too much in support of AI everywhere. Like I mean, like we can use it, but that's why I think some market study would be nice to get some feedback. Like what people are using
I lost hearing you, Krishna Kishore Prabhu. I can't hear you. Haribol, anybody there?
Me too. I also cannot hear.
I can also actually like whatever he's mentioning that was correct actually. In the Adobe and all the tools, the AI is not properly trained. So whatever input we provide, very rarely we get a good answer. Otherwise, it's a crap they just create. So yeah, he's correct. I
So
also face the same problems with those tools.
what Prabhu is
But
saying is mainly towards the graphic design.
yeah. But we will be using AI on a very high level for the translation and other purposes, so that at least we have some base to make it perfect. So we will technically use this AI part. We are not going to use any graphical or anything because in the text format, AI is quite good, very good analysis and all.
No, but now the video and all also has become very good, no? Nora, all these things, and when you see the
They
Balram
are
show,
okay sometimes, but they will not produce exactly what we want. They produce something else always.
Why not?
Like,
Balram Prabhu will present. Let's get to that later. That's why I didn't want to go into too much of that right now because he would make a whole presentation on the whole multimedia aspect. So I just wanted to understand, just so that we understand the context of what Prabhu was saying. Um, think Prabhu, are you back? Krishna Kishore Prabhu?
yes, Prabhu, yes.
Okay, great, Prabhu. Please continue. We
Yes, bro.
lost
So
you.
I don't know when it was.
We lost you when you were talking about AI, but just carry on without the AI now. You just explain to us what you are doing. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So that's why I wasn't focusing too much on these
We
AI
lost your
features.
sharing now. You are sharing the screen.
Okay, so let me go. So I just want to show this website that I made. So we have like three options, like some shop. You can read Prabhupada's books here online, and you have audiobooks also where you can actually listen to Prabhupada books. So on the homepage we have everything. Well, not everything, but the products. So they are displayed here, so people can buy the books directly from us, original books. We also have like a banner to join our Zoom classes. We do like from Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So we also want to somehow canvas people to contact us, more products here like that. So we have a shop. I think it's very important. So people, devotees, they can get physical books, and then we have this read online. So it's similar to this database.io. Actually, I like how the covers are being displayed because a new person, if he goes to Prabhupada books, like I mean, it's not like very attractive. It's very functional, this sidebar, but it's still like for new people, it's not like very attractive. But I mean, like we could combine for the English one, for the multilingual, I mean, some sidebar also with some covers. So then we have like the books. Let's go to Raja Vidya. So then we have like kind of some information about each book, like the original name in English, like the author, the year it was published, like type of work, when we translated, who translated, and then we have like go back to the catalog. Then we have chapters. We have something explaining about book changes here, and then we also invite to listen the audiobook, and we also put some link to some other website we have, harikrishna.mx, and this is for the reading. And then it's like very simple inside. If you go to chapter 1, you have like basic features like dark modes like this, and also some feature that if I copy this, I think this is very important. It saves a lot of time when copying and pasting somewhere else. So you just paste and then it gets like the whole reference, like Prabhupada's name is there, the book, the chapter, like that. So this is like very basic actually. Now for the Spanish language is working very nicely, but for the the other platform with multi languages, with the multi-language platform, like it can go more complex, I mean like more features. So I think they are clear somehow, maybe they are not, but it has more features than the Spanish one. Like we have the possibility to go for bookmarks, highlight notes, collaborative lists. So I'm seeing this platform as not only like reading as a reading platform, but a studying platform that can help us study Prabhupada's books. So some features like very basic, like we have in the Spanish website, like this automatic citation on copy, but some, I mean, new things. I don't know if some website I didn't find on this Vanipedia, but Aram Prabhu was suggesting, like these bookmarks, these highlights, these notes, these collaborative lists, this reading history, this is study checkpoints, and like that I couldn't find. I think they are very nice. more about bookmarks, notes, and collaboration. Like we can improve the reading experience. Like I put some features here. We can adjust the font size. These checkpoints again. This split view, like this database, they have this split view actually. You go to here and you have like this split view, right? So I think it's very nice to compare different languages. mm, yeah, there is this web, it's not a web app, it's a mobile app by Bhaktivika's Swami disciples, and they have this feature, audio and lecture synchronization. So, because the idea is that we can also put Prabhupada's audios into the platform, like all the media, Prabhupada's media there. So they have this feature. I cannot show it right now because it's on mobile. I don't even have anymore the app, but it's a very nice feature that they have. I think this is very important, the search system and discovery. So I think Vanipedia has like something of this, even Prabhupada books, but we can add up more things. Yeah, so I think for me, based on my experience, I would be happy if some platform has these features. So, but I don't know what other features using AI could be there. Personally, for me, like this is my personal experience, that's fine. I mean, with this, I would be so happy.
Hare Krishna, Udana from Play, member of Srila Prabhupada. Bhavanchu this side, bro. Very nice, bro. Very nicely explained everything. So, yes, that's very good input from Prabhuji. What I am thinking at this point right now, we should make a very nice, like, uh, as I understood, as per initial conversation, that we want to
Krishna,
have.
sorry, Prabhuji, Krishna Kishore, bro, can I request you to mute yourself? Because we got a lot of feedback from you, I think.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So I was thinking we just start with few books and few languages in the beginning, like for whatever language devotees available in the group who will help in translating the version into the native. First, what we will do, we will have the English language as a base and then supply that to AI, and then let's see the output. Maybe by one chapter or something, we will just try to, see like what kind of or what is the level of precision or accuracy AI is providing. One thing is sure that AI will not leave any single line. Every line will be translated. So this is very good thing. Sometimes, few lines are omitted also. We already, aware in the past. So we just use AI and try to translate, like we can say initially three languages, four languages like Spanish, Japanese, English. We already have one more, maybe Turkish. So Turkish, Spanish, and uh, Turkish, Spanish, and what one more? Japanese. These three language we can start with initially. And my vision is to have a database in such a way every line can be marked and anywhere one can jump. That will help a lot in making the general index more, user friendly. And any problem if somebody put up in the database, the query will be more effectively able to come up with some proper solution from the books. So a good quality database with proper references for each and every line, if something is referred to somewhere, or that kind of initial base we should create at the beginning. Second thing we need to have, like basic features. First we will target like what are the basic feature devotee needs to have. First thing, if anywhere it is mentioned like particular thing is from some particular shloka, that must be hyperlinked to that shloka so that person can immediately jump to that place. That is something basic. another bookmark should be there. Then the mm, Hare Krishna.
Avanshu Prabhu, 1 minute.
Yes,
Huh?
bro. Yes.
This is all very good, very, very good. Today, no, what I was thinking is if we can go through different devotees' features, what you are mentioning, what devotees want. So that's why we were taking up different devotees, what they want first. Today we are doing vision discussion. Implementation we will come to, but these are all wonderful points. I was thinking how it will be done, and you basically explained that each line has to be indexed like in the database, and the references have to be indexed right from the beginning. That is great. AI, all these we will talk about it later, huh? Right now, like
Okay.
right now what we are focusing on is like what all features can be there in the site. Prabhu is like our Krishna Kishore Prabhu is already doing so many things already. So let us learn from him what all he is already doing and what he wishes it will happen. We want you to later on take these things, we like put it all together in one big spec, and then we will start having future meetings to figure out through people like you, devotees like you, what can be done, what should be done first in different stages, structure the whole specs in the implementation. Okay, na?
Okay, bro. Got it.
Right, na? So today, what I mean, is it possible, Krishna Kishore Prabhu, you could bring that up again? I'm so I cannot describe to you how much I am so moved by seeing your like whatever I could wish for, no? Or I hope, I mean, I wish I had that kind of a platform before to read and study Srila Prabhupada books. It's like it's like going into the ocean of pleasure. You by the way you have described, you want to go and in putting Srila Prabhupada books there. In I would like first of all English to be done like this, not just Spanish, so that I could also learn like this, go into all the different books, and so easy to access. I mean, it's not just for devote. What you are trying to do with originally, you're trying to thinking in terms of common users, new people. But that applies for us too, because even though we have read many times, but we also are many times approaching new people and we want to quickly find something or have that in understood properly, and what you have done is very, very good, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, is it possible you could share this again? I have so many questions on it, and if somebody else has questions also, like from the beginning, like scroll up. Thank you. This and please, anyone else has any questions, please also jump in as we are going down this list to really understand what he is trying to do. So your multi-language, you were thinking Portuguese and Spanish. Is that correct, Prabhu?
Yeah, actually, we have all these books in Spanish. We have some books being translated now in Portuguese. And yeah, so my idea for this multilingual website was, or platform, was to start with English because we already have all English books. I mean, like originally. So English, then we have all these books in Spanish, and then to add this Portuguese translation.
Okay. So you would do English books also like that.
What do you mean, Prabhu?
Just like this, you would do the English also?
Like this website, no, not at all. Like this platform, actually this is different. This is like very basic.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like beta base. Actually this is like beta base. It has maybe not all features like this split view, because we don't need it. We only have Spanish here. This is focused to attract people in Spanish that speak Spanish. Why? Because our focus, or we are stressing on this website in Spanish. Actually, let's say that I was making this multi-language platform. Still, this vaniseva.com website would be there. Why? Because we are attracting many people with this website. We have our contact information here, like we are making these namahatas. So we have around 20 namahatas in different countries, Latin America countries. So they are contacting us. We invite here to namahata events. They contact us, and then we direct them to their local namahata program. So then people is being attracted like that. So that is the aim of the website actually. Of course, to read Prabhupada's books, but like Vedabase also have Prabhupada's books. Of course, they are changed, but still they have Prabhupada's books. But our aim is to attract people also to join to the daily Zoom classes. So we have some contact information here, and it's working very nicely actually. So yeah,
Mhm. Very good. So these are two different sites you were envisaging. This text
yeah,
which
this
you are
Spanish
showing.
will be there. That I won't like end it or something. It will be always there. Like, and then this multi-language platform.
Why can't they all be? What were you thinking? What are the obstructions in doing all together in one?
Because by having this in Spanish, we can attract people to our local preaching
Okay, so
without being too
somehow
complex.
I understand. So if
Yeah,
we
with
somehow figure out a way to do this thing in a multilingual format, coded way, so that it comes directly each page, each multi-language could be similar, no? In a sense,
yeah,
if possible. I mean, finally, what you want is this, that contacting of people, Namahata and everybody.
yeah, yeah.
People
Like
who
I
want
mean,
to read this, they should be able to come to these online programs first.
yeah. Actually, because ISKCON, they have a lot of websites, like a lot of websites. So by having a lot of websites, and I don't have this word in English, but see, we have these links, and we have escuchar. If you go to escuchar, then you go to Prabhupada's audiobooks in Spanish, so they are like interconnected. If you go there, you can also come to this vaniseva.com. We also have like this English blog. We have this srichaitanyasampradaya.com, so we have also in English, right? But there we also are direct into these other projects. So I see that if we keep this in Spanish, but at the same time we have some multilingual, because this is almost done. You see, we are just putting in a simple way the books, Prabhupada's books. So I'm adding soon here Nectar of Devotion, Krishna book, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and then only Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita will be missing. And once we have this website, or I mean Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita here, the website is, I mean, like done. We don't have to do anything else, but just propagate or try to get people to read to this website. People will find on the searching the browsers like that. So yeah, so my plan is to leave this. Actually, before I was talking this to you, I already had this like 2 years ago, this plan, but it was like a huge project. So I right away I started this platform like a few months ago, and then my idea is to keep it like that, very simple. You just go to the book, then you have some information. I will add some link to be able to download the original PDF, and then you have the chapters. And I don't plan to add up anything else. Like this is okay for me, but then I want to move to this multi-language platform, and it will be a huge project actually.
Okay, very good. Wonderful, Prabhu. I understand. Could you go down the list then one by one? And if anybody else has any questions, please jump in, please.
Yeah, I think if you ask me, it would be better, because for me it's kind of clear. Not all things, but they are kind of clear. So I don't know if I need to explain it or not. like, but maybe because I wrote it, maybe you don't. It's not that you don't understand; it's that I didn't explain well. So,
Can
if you
you
would like to ask me,
increase the size of it for old people like me? Yeah, great. Okay. Just keep going down, and anyone wants to stop you, and they can little very slowly. You can go down.
okay, should I read or I just scroll down?
Maybe just scroll down.
Okay,
Could you just explain? Maybe you just explain the first part what you're thinking.
the first part.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of a database. You have this database here. Let's settings. Let me see how I go out from this. Okay. So you can choose the language here. Very simple feature. You choose the language. Let's go to the library. You choose, I don't know, Finnish. You only have one book, right? So you, let me go back to the document. So you can select the preferred language. So the language selection dynamically updates book content, like we saw with database.io. The navigation also, a few things that will look different. That is the idea. Book detail pages, language by, I think, yeah.
Nimai Pandit Prabhu,
Yes,
sorry,
Prabhu.
I hope you don't mind if I interject, but
Of course, keep going, Prabhu. Whatever you.
Krishna Kishore Prabhu has already explained this
Okay.
as as an introduction, let's say.
Yeah.
And he also shared this document with us, and we should have read it before. So
Yeah.
better maybe at this stage, if anybody read that document, has any questions, let them
Okay.
put them forward. And then
Yes.
otherwise,
Yes.
because we only got what, an hour, and it's
Yes.
already half an hour finished.
Let's go. Yeah. Anybody? You have? Have you read and have you have any questions?
No, Prabhuji, I don't have any questions except to say that anybody thinking of a website, they should ask this key question. Is there a website already like that? So if there is, then you're either just saying, let's copy that, make it the same, but our one, let's say. Or we're saying, okay, that's already serving the devotees in that way. So how are we going to make it different? What's the difference? Why should we go to the effort and trouble to make this one different if there's already? And that's why on the group, I requested that please somebody, at least one person, go and check out Vanipedia, because as far as I'm concerned, that website is just so big, so deep. Even myself, I haven't really used it, but I just at a glimpse I see it, and it goes into so many. It's strictly only Prabhupada, so many different layers. It's like a huge spaceship. And you just go into this room, you go into that room, it's something else, this, all intertwined in Prabhupada's Vani. So if somebody could look at that and say to us, okay, it's good, it can be improved like this, should be better like this, or we can do, I mean, basically my position is that I want to be involved in making a website that is like no other, that incorporates exactly what Krishna Kishore Prabhu has explained. So let's say for the reader types, just want, as he is saying very nicely, I just want it clean, clear, and very functional, and has these functions, and simple and clear. That should be there in this website. And then somebody who wants video stuff, audio stuff, that should also be there. More interactive stuff, that should also be there. So really, as far as my vision is, like to build an international website that's like a space station, that just it has everything, and even stuff that no one even imagined there, to attract people to come. All Prabhupada stuff, of course. Come there, stay there, and be addicted. Come next day, come next day, come next day, and just associate with Prabhupada in one way or another. So it's much bigger than this, but everybody, if we can ideally incorporate what everybody wants into this ideal big website, that would be wonderful. You mentioned that I was going to present something like AI But actually, no, I'm zero. I don't know anything about AI. I don't know anything about IT. I don't know anything about building websites. That's why I wanted to like form a nice group of people that knew this stuff, know this stuff, and other people who just have idea like me, but don't know anything about how to put it all together. So, yeah, so really, I don't have anything more to say except that. I just here to watch and learn. And at the same time, I'll finish here. I would like to introduce everybody to somebody can see M at the top, Marwa Mataji. She is new to devotees and she's new to this group. She has website IT background. I think, relatively speaking, compared to devotees, good. Should I say anything more about her? No, okay, let's just keep it at that for now.
Hi, Mara. Very nice to have you here.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. A glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Hi,
I've
Krishna.
been in Krishna consciousness nearly 2 years, and yes, I've already created websites and online stores. And actually, I am cooperating with the Balaram Prabhu so that we can start Arabic online platform, other websites, so that we can. We are now working on Arabic translations so that we can share, Prabhupada's Vani with the Arabic speakers. Thank you. Thank you for accepting me between you.
Oh, your help will be very much required. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Balram Prabhu, this very beautifully said. Everything is great. See, today, no, again, I wanted to, like, it's always happens when we are trying to do the brainstorming session. I have done so many in my life. Invariably, what happens, no, including me, even if I am trying to organize, I also fall into this habit of trying to, but because the mind works like that many times, my mind, how to implement it, what are the practical issues? It comes to start thinking like this. Like, let's say Vanipedia has these things. That itself is a practical matter. Now, in brainstorming, what one does is just tries to let the mind go into features, what all we will desire, what we have. Later on, when we filter it out, Vanipedia, somebody would say, these features are already there, we'll take it out. Sometimes what happens is when we do it freely, there'll be some features of Vanipedia which could be improved on it. And that may not even come out because we already give up that, oh, Vanipedia already has it. So it just helps in, we may or may not, we don't know, but it helps so much in letting the mind free of any kind of practical pulls. How would we like Srila Prabhupada books to be propagated, especially from the user point of view? New users, experience more experienced students who are trying to study also, and then present it to the public too. So we are talking, and I mean these are our two main audiences according to me. And please let different devotees, whoever feel, no, this website should be for these other devotees to other audiences too. That's fine. Let us bring, if we can later on try to implement them. But whatever people's wishes are, let us. Everyone is open. You know. So I at this stage, I just wanted to hear his Prabhu's vision, Krishna Kishore Prabhu's. What all has he been thinking? Like really trying to understand. And it's a good point that because he posted earlier, we should have read it and to try to understand. And I don't know if everyone has read or anyone has read. Has anyone read and wanting to share what they have any questions for Krishna Kishore Prabhu? If not, maybe we can ask now. Otherwise, we can go to the other person. Anyone has read what he posted and would like to ask?
I can just give this feedback
Yes,
that
Prabhu.
the problem I'm facing is because I don't have any computer background or IT background. So the things I went through the paper that Krishna Kishore is listed out very nicely, very nice presentation. I can see it's systematic. And I can understand words and but I couldn't, because I don't have an IT mind, let's say, I couldn't necessarily take the words and the sentences to visualize what that actually means on a website, right? So, I have this handicap, let's say, if you're not, it's like IT jargon or website building jargon. And if you're not, most of the devotees who are going to say, well, we would like a website like this, can do this, are just temple devotees. They don't know about IT and computer stuff.
Well, that's a good segue then. Why don't we, like, I understand exactly what you're saying, because me too. Many of the things, they have gone past me. So, I mean, is it possible if Prabhu can show us what he's thinking by showing us, like, on
Yeah, actually, that's what he did at the beginning. Yeah, he was showing us how if you do this, and I saw it and I understood, you can dark mode. He showed us the dark mode, light mode options, bookmark, highlight. He showed us all this at the beginning. But it's okay. If you want it again, go ahead.
And I don't know, up to all devotees. I just, when he was going through, he was jumping over many of these passages, like paragraphs, and only shown 3 or 4 or 5 features, probably 10 features, but he has like 100 features listed. So maybe I leave up to Krishna Kishore Prabhu if he wants to show something in more detail, something more important features which he has been thinking. And any devotee who feels like they can jump in any time and ask him again something they don't understand, like computer jargon or anything. Balaram Prabhu, this is the time to ask him. So, see, what will happen is, when he starts to say these things and explain more, then see, our minds, no, somehow we are a community minds. We don't realize it so much. But when somebody else starts saying, we get more ideas. So it's never a waste to hear from another person's brain, because our brain is not going to sit silent while he is presenting.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, excuse me for interfering, but I would just like to explain that when you put, plan for building a website, actually it gives you a lot of details. Most of those features, they will come automatically while you are building the website. For example, navigation, book detail pages, all of this, they are, just like a part of a one process. So it's not, when you put the whole thing on papers, they are going to give you many details like that. You will feel lost on that. But what I really advise for this, because I have experience, is that making most of the futures or all the futures, open for the people, either they created an account or not. So not making, some features for people who are just visiting the website, and some features only in case if they create an account. This is something, that makes many people, they can leave even the page without doing anything. So especially for ordering the books, I can advise that the feature of ordering the books should be open for everyone, either the person he created an account or he did not. But if the person is not web developer, so I don't think it's a need, there is any need to go through the details, because as I tell you, if you put the details on the paper, they are giving you 10, maybe 100 papers, you have to go through them. But still, it's very nice presented, and I still advise that most of the features, they should be open for everyone, not to leave something, for the visitors, and to keep something for only the devotees or the website users or the ones with account. That will help a lot, especially in ordering the books. Anyone can come, in 5 minutes, or maybe just in 4 minutes. He likes the book, he likes the cover of the book, or maybe only the title. He can go and check and do the order, and then just leave the page. In case if they want to come back and create an account, that will be good. So thank you so much.
So maybe this is a couple of things, Martha, what you very nicely mentioned about the planning. Of course, you are correct. In planning stage, all these things many of these things can be figured out. But before planning comes user specs. And the user specs, like from I used to do this many years, I've done this. So user specs require brainstorming, because what happens is until you really, because if the process goes forward, before the user specs are understood, and because users also many times don't know what they want, and then they say to website people or to app builders or the software builders, we want this. Then when it comes back to them, then they say, oh, this is also possible, we will add some more things. Then we'll say, all right, you should have told us in the beginning, now it will cost so much more. You must have had so many experience with that. So you go back and forth, and then we blame the customer. Oh, why didn't you tell this to us before? So the way the in the material world, when they try to build something like this, they say, okay, why don't you first do a brainstorming before trying to go into too much detail, and not just one time, but go in iterations, one more time, one more and more and more and more. Get some experts also involved, which are not connected to you, like Balaram Prabhu is saying, like you, people like you who are building websites, so they give more ideas. So it's basically a idea factory right now, not so much as planning and implementation of how to do it. So the mindset, it just I urge devotees to kind of go into getting a mindset of idea factory. In a factory, when an idea is being ideas are being developed, they are not readily available with anybody right now. But somebody like what we are going to do is we use Krishna Kishore Prabhu's idea of already some ideas to inspire all of us also to come up with our own ideas. Right now, we may not have, but by listening to his ideas, suddenly our brain also starts coming up with new ideas. And we understand the Krishna conscious philosophy in Sadhu Sangha. Krishna is pleased, and when we are trying to serve him, that again he gives more intelligence and knowledge too. So that is why I was hoping we can go through anyway. We don't have to go through Krishna Kishore Prabhu's presentation.
Prabhu, can I make a suggestion at this time? Because already it seems like we're going into too much side issue and detail. And what you pointed out a very nice point, which is, let's at this point, tell me if this makes sense. Let's ask everybody here. Okay, you as a disciple of Prabhupada, when your ideal website, what would you like when you come to a website? What would you like to see there that isn't there in any other websites already? We already know what other websites have and what's available. So let's just ask each person to say, like in just within 5 minutes, each person, I would like to see a website that does this. I would like a website that says this. And we note down all these features without going into the specs and this, like that. Would that be a good idea now at this stage?
This is great. This is wonderful. That's what I hope, that by listening to Krishna Kishore Prabhu, this is the start of that. Meaning, then I would do it, then you would do it. Like anybody, we don't have to go in this order. You could start first. Anybody could start. There is no, I mean, this is not a structured conversation.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what Krishna Kishore Prabhu did was probably much better than going through that list at the beginning. What he did is he opened a website and he showed us exactly. The bookmark means this, dark mode, light mode means this. I wanted to have this feature, and he showed us it. He's able to do that because he can maneuver around the thing, rather than, let's say, in words, read it through and try to understand it. Because if you're not an IT mind, you can't get it. But if he shows us, as he did already, and so maybe if you want Krishna Kishore Prabhu to continue, he can just open the website again and show us already what he already showed us, actually, but you're asking him to do it again. That
No,
this
I
feature,
wasn't meaning that he would do it again, only which he thinks, because he went so fast. If he thinks there are any bigger points he missed, or he could go into detail, he could. Otherwise, I leave up to devotees. If they want to interject anytime, they want to tell him, no, skip, we understand that, no problem. If we are done with whatever we need to understand what he's planning to do, then we can go to the next person. Or we can leave him and go to the next person also. Anybody has some pressing idea in their mind, don't stop, don't wait for anybody, just vomit it out.
Yeah, okay. So Krishna Kishore Prabhu, besides anything that you've already shared, is there any other feature that you really like to see and that maybe you can explain to us with your words, or even better, if you have a website that has it or does this, that you would like?
Sure, bro. Actually, I don't have much time now, but I will just say something short. Actually, the website that I was showing, the Spanish one, is not like I'm not taking it as an example for the new one, for the multilingual. I'm just explaining that this is very basic, this is very practical, very functional, so that's it. But then for the multilingual, actually I'm planning something bigger. I'm thinking of something bigger. I was just showing this Spanish one as an example of what can be done initially, right? Or some basic features. Basic features is that you can display all covers, you can go through, you can click or tap to each book, then you can see some description, then you see the chapters of the books, then you see some information of Prabhupada's book changes, then you are invited to visit audio database, the website we have. So this is just like to show some basic things. But for the multilingual, some features that nobody has is this, like I was putting here, like these bookmarks. Like personally, I have on the browser, this is Google Chrome, I'm also Safari, I'm also using Safari and Microsoft Edge. I have a lot of bookmarks like this, so a lot of them, and sometimes they are lost, and I'm also adding some more bookmarks about my job, about some other things, some interesting things, so they are lost and I don't know where they are. So sometimes when we are giving the Bhagavatam class, Bhagavad Gita class, we want to quote from somewhere, or some discussion with the bodies, I want to quote from somewhere and I have to go and find where I put that quote. Maybe I remember the book Chaitanya Charitamrita, but I don't know where was the bookmark. So these bookmarks are very nice because you don't need the web browser, but you have some. Let's go to Google Docs. Actually, well, that is bookmarks, so you don't use the web browser, but you can just bookmark anything. Let's say this is Prabhupada's book, so I want to bookmark global light mode or dark mode, so I can just right click, and then I can just add a bookmark, and then I have here something that allows me to see my bookmarks sorted by book, by year, by anything. So then I have more control of what I'm bookmarking and saving. Highlights, sometimes we are reading and we want to highlight something, but we can do it right now like this, but if we click somewhere else, then it's not highlighted anymore. But it would be nice, for me it would be very useful to highlight, because sometimes I'm giving some Bhagavatam class using Prabhupada's books explaining the philosophy, Prabhupada's teachings. So I highlight something, I want to scroll down, highlight something else, then come back, then again come back to the last one. So this highlighting would be very useful for me. These notes, actually Google Docs, they have this feature. You just do this, then right click, commentary, and then you comment, right? So this can also serve as a collaborative work. Why? Because you can invite here in Google Docs, actually you can compartir, share, and then someone can also put comments to your comment, or new comments, new notes. So collaborative lives for bookmarks and also for notes. Now study checkpoints. You sometimes are reading like Krishna book, let's say very long chapter or like that, so you cannot keep reading, you have to leave or something, then next day you want to come back, instead of looking where you were, you just the day before you just place some checkpoint, and then next day you just resume where you stopped last session. That's why it's needed an user account. So these features, as Mata was saying, are for login users. Otherwise, I don't think it's very practical, and I don't know the possibility to use
My God, each and everything I need, all of these things. This is so good. I wish I had this from the beginning of my reading. So many things I made. I make so many notes otherwise, separately, and then they get lost in the data. So many files. I think we missed him again. Anyone else has any ideas more further to build on these? Or people see this need for, yes, so we're back.
Yes, so then I would like to see these all features. Also, I think a store is not a feature, but actually it's like I showed this in our Spanish website. Like you have a section, it's not a feature, but a section. So we can talk about sections: shop, to read online, maybe some media, audio, video. So we have this shop where the bodies can they choose even their country. They can choose their country. They can sort it, like let's say they can filter it, like I don't know, like India. So they are showing the products that are being sold in India, right? So this is like some section. I don't think any website has like these Prabhupada books. Actually, is taking you to Krishna store, which is still nice, but the user has to go out. So the best is that the user remains or stays in the website. So this way, nobody has to go out from this vaniseva.com. They just go to the shop, they buy, and they can also read. So this is not like a feature, but some section of the website. Also, I think this is like quite clear, like all user data is synchronized across devices. They just need to log in either on phone or laptop or iPad, anything, and everything is there: highlights, bookmarks. Also, I put some features where you can just reset the highlights, because you may have a lot of them, so you just reset them. You can also choose different colors, right? Yeah, so checkpoints are also synchronized. So this is, I think, quite clear. I was showing with the Spanish website. Once you copy, like in database, I think you have that option, not the website, but the application on computer, this database. So I think you have an option that you click some tools, some button, and then the reference is copied. So that's very nice. So you don't have to copy and paste.
Okay. Yeah.
So then, yeah, so ensures proper attribution, traceability, right? Persistent highlights. So I already explained about that. Inline notes. Also, you can make notes of entire paragraphs, specific text selections, like this Google Doc. You just go here, then you just write. I don't know, like Swarupa City, right? This is about Swarupa City, so then you just can consult later on about, like you are doing in my Pandit Prabhu, when you were going through these Guru Tattva sessions. Sometimes you were going through so many pages, and maybe you have like 10 pages of Prabhupada books, prabhupadbooks.com opened. So it would be easier that you can just go with one window open. You can go through all these sections, right? You can also delete them like that. Then glossary, I think, yeah, that would be very nice for new readers. So once they hover the word, only hovering or maybe clicking or tapping, they are shown, like it says hover over a term or click on it. A pop-up appears showing the definition, short contextual explanation, like we have in Prabhupada's books at the end. we have the glossary, right? But what about digital books? Where are the glossaries? So glossaries are very useful for new readers, but you don't need to go to any specific page. You just hover over it, and then you are showing the definition of the Sanskrit terms, dharma, guna, brahmana, swarupa, kshatriya, like this kind of things. So for new readers, it could be very nice so they can learn even faster, because it's a different language, like that. So the pop-up opens without leaving the page, preserves the reading position, designed for new readers, cross-cultural accessibility, and progressive learning. Then I think more about bookmarks. So bookmarks can be organized into named lists, for example, Guru Tattva, Cow Protection, Bhakti Yoga Foundations. Lists function as structured study collections. Collaborative bookmark lists. Bookmark lists can be shared with multiple users. Features: multiple users can add or edit bookmarks. Each bookmark displays a contributor's name. Bookmark sharing. Bookmark lists can be shared like compilations. Sometimes the bodies make these compilations, let's say on cow protection, right? So you can just make some bookmark list on cow protection, and later on share it on Facebook, WhatsApp, like, see, I have these quotes on cow protection, so you may read it like that. So it would be very nice for social media, like the bodies are sharing quotes on cow protection, but it's not like very practical. So this would be very practical because they go to the public list bookmark. They cannot edit, but they can see, and then that's why it says via public links, via invitation only access, and then notes, the kind of the same with the notes. So pages can contain shared notes visible to invited users, features like that. Then reading experience and focus tools, distraction free reading mode. Sometimes you just want to read, you don't want any sidebar here. I don't know if you can hide this sidebar on Prabhupada books. I think you can, but even this disappears, everything disappears. You just want to focus on reading. Maybe you have an iPad or a phone, and you don't want like so many tools here. You just want to, so optional mode that hides navigation menus, sidebars, action buttons, focuses exclusively on the text, but it's also adjustable font size like Kindle. I really love Kindle, how I can adjust. Actually, I don't read digitally. I mean, I on computer, iPad, or phone. Not even on physical books. I'm just reading on Kindle because I really love this feature of adjusting the font size. So why not to take it to the computer? So yeah, even the user preference is set per account. Reading history also, you can track what you read last, where you stop, the exact position where you stop, and then somewhere on the home page or somewhere you have an option continue reading instead of going, let's say, okay, I was reading Nectar of Instruction, and I was reading, I think last reading was text 10, and I think it was chapter 3. No, somewhere you have an option, I don't know where, but somewhere you have an option continue reading from your last session. Then it takes you automatically here, and even it can be highlighted somewhere, like some nice effect interaction with the user. So you are shown this, and then disappears, the highlight disappears, and then you are there where you stopped last time. I don't think any platform has most of these features. So reading checkpoints like that, allow users to resume later from the same point. Useful for deep study, interrupting reading sessions, study session timer also. I don't know, I was thinking that sometimes for me it's difficult to concentrate or to measure how many hours I'm reading. So I'm using a timer on the phone, like 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, like that. So I don't move till the timer is expired or it has reached their desired time. So study session timer also, I can concentrate a lot more. Like I explained, I was making this document thinking personally what I'm experiencing. So then split view, this is like database, I already explained. You want to compare, you know more than one language, like that. So even for correction, like even Prabhupada's books, physical books, first printings, they have mistakes. right? Why? Because when you work in some editorial work, always there will be mistake. Not always, but most of the times, even in the Spanish books, after the third printing of some particular edition, we got it like no more mistakes. Like even some character is there, some uppercase, some lowercase, something is there. So or we want to see how good was the translation done, so someone can just split the view. They know English and Spanish, they can compare, and they have it is not there, but also an option like to contact the support or to send something to the support, to the people who is giving support to the website, and suggest this translation is not actually accurate. There is some mistake there, or there is some change, or the devotee just omitted this or omitted that. So that would be also nice, because we should be open for feedback from other devotees, because as we are not perfect, we may commit mistakes. So then when a verse, what is this? The system. Yeah, so let's say, I don't know if Banipedia has this. Maybe yes, it's not like a huge deal, but you just go here. Let's say Prabhupada is quoting Srimad Bhagavatam 554. So then you want to know more about this verse. So you click here somewhere, and it takes you to some page, or shows you one page where Prabhupada is using this verse. Is like it says, system opens a page showing all places where Prabhupada says the verse. Each citation can be expanded using read more. Like Prabhupada books, you find some concept and it displays some page, but not the whole thing, but only what you were looking for, and then they have some option, read more, and then displays the full text where the verse is mentioned. The search verse is automatically highlighted on page load. I think Prabhupada book has something like that. So enables cross-book verse tracking, deep scriptural correlation, study of Prabhupada usage of Shastra, and then we have audio and lecture synchronization. So what I wrote this because actually we have this section. This is not like some feature, but it may be some feature. Here is a section on this website, but it may be some feature. Like we still have nothing here. If you go to escuchar or listen, you have nothing, but actually the audios are being recorded by my wife. We have a YouTube channel with so many views. So our idea is to put all these audios here. So this is this audio database. So if you go to escuchar, okay, taking you here, audio libros, so you have on YouTube, but still you have to go out from the website, right? So you have all these lists here. So you have Giri voice. Personally, I'm kind of against cloning Srila Prabhupada's voice, because it can be misleading or used as a misleading way to twist something that Prabhupada never mentioned, something like that. So I better go for that letter Prabhupada sends to this Andrea temple, where Prabhupada says, whoever you tell the mantra is being received by them from, no, they receive it from me, says Prabhupada, because you are sincere. So we go for that, right? If the disciple is sincere, actually he is not transmitting the Shabda, but it's actually Prabhupada. So I go for that letter. Prabhupada explains. So actually, I was thinking that this is a seva opportunity that also devotees can record, right? Can record their own audiobooks in their own language, and then we can synchronize the lecture or the book. Let's say they go to, maybe I went out this Vani Seva, but let's say that they can go to leer, but actually our experience with this audio database is that people is moving to listening to audiobooks instead of reading. So many people is reaching us through this project audio database. Many people, like 40% of all the people that are reaching us is because of these audios. So let's say that you have somewhere some option that you can just play the audiobook, but now you can also read at the same time if you want, or it is being highlighted in real time. what the audio is playing. This is a feature that this Bhakti Swami app on mobile has, that actually you just play the audio and then it is highlighting what the audio is playing actually. So it's I like that feature. I studied the mobile app and I really love that feature they did very nicely. So lectures and audiobooks can be played directly on the text page. So not only for Prabhupada's lectures, where Prabhupada is speaking, for some conversation, but also for books. So something like that. And then you have paragraph to audio navigation, where I was explaining. Clicking on any paragraph jumps audio playback to the corresponding timestamp. This is a thing that I have experienced listening like to Prabhupada's lectures in some websites. So you cannot do this, right? But here, let's say you couldn't finish the audio, so you just play some checkpoint here, or and next day you come to the checkpoint and then you just play here, and then the audio automatically moves to that time. That so that is hands-free study, search system and discovery. This is kind of more advanced, and this is more like some backend thing instead of front end. Like front end users will have this search, right? Kind of that. But in the backend we can have like very complex system. I just put the basic thing. So search across books, conversation, lectures, letters, semantic search, context aware search, goes beyond exact words, matches, understands meaning and intent. We can use AI here. I'm sure we can use AI to have a very nice searching system. Reference-based search, direct lookup using canonical references, Srimad Bhagavatam 111, like that. Question-based search, experimental. Some AI for sure can be used here. Natural language questions, what did Prabhupada say about cow protection? Returns, direct quotations, full references, and source links. So it can also like reply even without direct quotation. I don't know. Like I think Balaram Prabhu was kind of suggesting this in the WhatsApp conversation discussion. So it will be also nice. What did Prabhupada say about cow protection? So based on this, then you have the answer even without going to the direct quotation. But I think it is always good to have the direct quotation. So where Prabhupada is directly supporting, so we avoid the AI just make some nonsense. Search result preview, results open in a modal preview before full navigation. This is kind of user experience. Matching terms are highlighted. Recent search history gives a list of recent searches for good reuse. Improve study continuity. Smart reading guidance. Smart the system suggests what to read next based also like some dynamically, like here this is kind of static. You go to the home page and you have what the web developer was suggesting, right? Just that. But then we can put like some dynamic things here, like some banners that are changing every day based on your reading history, and then you are shown or suggested some other books, lectures, like audios, like that videos, and yeah. So dynamic filtering system, how to filter the searches. So then you have this, I think, primary content types, book, lecture, conversation, letter. Secondary filters adapt dynamically based on selection. Context aware filtering, example, selecting lecture enables play, selecting Mayapur, limits available years to those with lectures in Mayapur. Like you go to Prabhupada's books, I really hate this sidebar. I mean, it's very useful, but this function of the sidebar, I really hate it. That you need to go. Sometimes I'm just like speaking on Bhagavatam in our daily classes, and then I say, okay, that Prabhupada mentions that on chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita, text number 18. So I don't see it like very practical, because at the same time you keep all these things here. Then you want to move to Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you need to do this. So the screen is not full of things. I have to close this and go to Srimad Bhagavatam, so it doesn't look messy. But here it is adapting. So you look for lecture and then everything disappears. but not lectures. And then you have places, then Mayapur, everything else disappears, and then you have the years where those lectures were given in Mayapur, and then you can just clean up the filters, like that is like some with the URLs, book pages and store integration, dynamic book. I was already explaining that, online store, fully integrated, no need to leave the web app, notifications and communication, reading reminder emails, automatic email reminders are sent if the user has not returned to reading after a period of inactivity. So actually we can maintain devotees and people, we can keep them returning to the web app. So mailing and announcement, email communication include. That's why it's very important, and we prefer that they log in, because if they log in, they accept our terms and conditions, our privacy policy of privacy, and then we put there that they agree that we communicate with them through email. So we have their emails. So my Prandu was mentioning something like why we would have even like this, even if Vani, the database would have the original books in Spanish, still this Vani Seva would work. Why? Like let's say Vani database has the original books in Spanish. Why would we have this other website, Vani Seva? Because if they go to database, they see like some devotees here, some ISKCON gurus like that. So directly or indirectly they are taken to ISKCON. But here they are taken to Prabhupada's disciples. So the same with the website. We have their emails. We can actually direct them to local devotees, Prabhupada's disciples. That would be very nice for the preaching. And homepage and content discovery. I was talking about this dynamic daily quotes or recommendations. So sharing and distribution, page sharing, any page can be shared via, I think in Venezuela we don't have that. I would like to add it actually. So you just go to the page, you can share it directly, the whole page. Okay, yeah. So then you have also bookmark sharing. I was talking about that before. You have export and compilation tools. I would really love this. Actually, I would pay for a platform that would have this, because we are compiling many things, cow protection, Vaishnava, it's automatically a Brahmana, like that, these kind of things. So users can export bookmark lists as PDF compilations, but not like some boring PDF, but each exported citation inherits complete and precise reference metadata, including book title, chapter, verse, or text number, source type, and also the system, the web app generates a PDF with a cover page with a photo of Srila Prabhupada, like very nicely done, some graphic, some nice graphic design there, and his full name, like His Divine Grace, His Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Sampradaya Acharya, the Sri Chaitanya Sampradaya, something like that. And then headers with page numbers, footers with the website domain, let's call it prabhupadseva.com. So prabhupadseva.com, so the kind of watermark is there, and some slogan we can choose, and then it is designed to support compilations, teaching materials, offline and printed studies. So these are some of the ideas that actually I have.
This is so amazing, bro. I wish I had this. Again, I am telling you, I can, if I have this tomorrow, I'll start using it immediately. I, I hope our devotees can build it. But one or two features which I started thinking while you were doing it, while you were doing the presentation, was because Srila Prabhupada wanted these color paintings with every page. Then devotees told him, see, it's not possible while printing, because the way the printers work is they only can put, they are black and white or color printers. So they can only put in a few places the paintings. So Srila Prabhupada then compromised that okay, they can be there in 3 or 4 places, the selection of paintings. But with this, with every pastime, every place, there can be like all literally hundreds of thousands of photographs, paintings, photograph, whatever. So many things are possible. Not just photographs, paintings, but current affairs, links. One can switch off and switch on. you know, current affair. Okay, this one is what Srila Prabhupada is saying is, let's see, this is what is happening in the world, or something which have already happened before, historical references. Like I was just going through in the morning about the colonial British colonizing India and how they were able to extract. I was trying to understand that all these things which Srila Prabhupada talks about, how Britishers colonized and how they built the railway to extract so many things. So I mean, it just unlimited ways if we can somehow for devotees to put all these new and new features later on. I don't know when, but my brain is going through that. Another thing I was thinking is the forums, because devotees are going through the study. I mean, I'm so like happy, pleased with this. It makes me so happy to see the whole steady thing, what you are going through. And because Srila Prabhupada really wanted this whole steady thing to happen and making it so easy for devotees. Also, what one could do is to the steady, because people will have questions. So if there are forums connected to it, there are like forum ideas would be there. No, like topics are there in groups. That on this topic there are forums. So if one somehow can go to that, or this one I want to discuss more, like Guru Tattva, some things he's talking about. Are there any forums topics? If not, let me start something. And people who are studying collaboratively, they could join that forum and answer that those for that person. Anyway, anyone else has anything? But I mean, we'll go next week. We will pick it up from this same place. We can discuss it on while we are on the WhatsApp during the week, and we can pick up next week some more features and like that. What do you think, Bhavanshu Prabhu, till now? There, Bhavanshu Prabhu? Okay. Anyway, let's finish it now. Thank you very much, Krishna Kishore Prabhu. I cannot pay obeisances to you more. I mean, million more obeisances will be insufficient for so much of effort in trying to study, read Srila Prabhupada books and propagate it. I wish I can be a good servant in this endeavor. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, thanks to you for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat pranams.